Morning YouTube. It's Anything Goes Saturday and I'm going to be making this video here. I'm actually going to be working on finishing up the toe board. I want to get everything ground off, shaped up and shimmed up where it needs to be, and any other braces I need in it. I just thought you'd want to see the drawing. I know a couple of people have been looking at it. So that's the finished drawing, the as-built, as we say in the construction world. I don't know what you machinist guys call finished drawings, but anyway, that's what it looks like. That's how it was built, and that's about it. So as soon as I get done shimming it up and everything else, we'll see how smoothly it works, and then it should be a wrap as far as the work of it goes. I just got to install it on the sawmill as soon as the snow melts. Okay YouTube, so there she be with a coat of primer on it. I want to take you in a little bit closer here to look at this. If you watched my video yesterday, you would notice that there was some really wide gaps on both sides here. I've got that ground down nice, and they're pretty tight. A little bit of a gap on this side, which you need some play. You can see how much tighter that is. Also down here, much tighter there, both sides. So it hardly has any movement to it at all. So I'm very happy with the way this turned out. Gonna let that primer dry in there, and then I'll put a coat of paint on it. And unfortunately we're supposed to be getting freezing rain tonight, so I'm not even going to try and uncover my sawmill yet, but soon I will be, because I have logs coming and I'm going to have to start to do some sawmilling soon. So anyway guys, thanks for hanging in there with me with this build for this. I'll show a picture of it after I paint it then. And thanks for all of your comments. I guess the best thing I could say, or the thing I want to say, is that I'm after manual, not electric or any other type of thing. That's what I wanted, and that's what we've accomplished here. Now there is numerous ways that you can hook stuff up to this to make this work, you know, to spin the shaft. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to buy myself a big socket that's going to fit that, and I'll either use the drill, an impact, you know, a battery operated impact gun, or I'll just crank it by hand, because it's really not that big of a deal for me. I'm not usually in that big of a hurry. But anyway, came out nice, looks good. Everything came out good with this. Again, like I say, thanks for watching and all of your comments. What I did with this build, which I did not do with other things that I built, is I wrote down all of the comments that had you know, different things to do, or how to do something, or you know, suggestions, because I think that I really got some good ones that'll help me to save money when I go to build these for other people. At this point, I would say that this thing cost me close to around 300 bucks, and I don't want to have to offer them at that price. I want it less than that. I'm thinking that, you know, if this thing was $200 or so, somewhere in that neck of the woods, $250, that would be about the price that this thing should cost to sell it. I mean, you got about 70 pounds of steel there, so $1 a pound for steel, think about it. And this is, you know, pretty much work to it, not a whole lot. It's not impossible to build. It's not a hard build. It's just, you know, it takes time. So if you're interested, you can email me at bullseyemickey.com, or bullseyemickey@gmail.com, I'm sorry. And the thing is I would wait until I test it out. Now somebody had said sitting on it, standing on it, it doesn't budge at all when you sit on it. That 1-inch shaft going across there is very stable, but I would really like to test it before I would make one for someone else, just to make sure that it can pick up a log without any problems. If there's anything that I'm not certain of, it would be the pins that are welded to the couplings. But at the same time, I've done a lot of things that held up in surprisingly well. So we'll just see how it works out. That's one of the things I'm after. I'm gonna, maybe once I paint it up, because that coupling's, the coupling in the shaft down there I'm not painting, I might be able to redo that welding somehow on there, or even if I have to, just take a look at it and see if there's a way that I couldn't booster that up a little bit. Other than that, got no problems with it. I think I'll cut this end of the threads off if I don't need it. Same thing with that end, just so nothing's sticking out, but we'll see. Anyway, like I said, guys, it's Anything Goes Saturday. This is what I was doing today. I was doing some grinding on it to get it to fit nice, and as far as I'm concerned, it seems like it's a good fit. Thanks for all your comments, like I say, and see you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye. Well, guys, I'm all vacuumed up, waiting for bring my truck in here. Saturday afternoon, it's around 3:30. And I'll get cleaned up so I don't have to do nothing tomorrow on Sunday, and I can rest. Oh, there she be. She's actually kind of pretty. Hey guys, I got quite a few emails, personal emails today, in reference to this. I guess I didn't explain in the videos what it was actually for good enough. So this is a toe board for the LT15, not the wide. I'm not sure about the Go. It may fit the Go, but it doesn't fit the wide because it's not obviously wide enough. So it would have to be maybe redesigned a little bit in the width part of it to work for the LT15 wide. But it's for the LT15 Woodmizer Sawmill. Okay, the Woodmizer Sawmill LT15 is basically a manual mill, and this was made to coincide with the manual workings of the manual mill by using a lever here. You would crank this thing to make the toe board go up and down to be able to adjust logs so that you could, if you were cutting logs and you wanted the pith to be in the center of the log, then you would use this by measuring from a known point, whether it be from the bunk frame or whatever, up to the pith, and then you would adjust one end to coincide with the opposite end. Now, I always lay logs with the small end towards the saw head. Now, with doing it that way, you would probably never come upon a time when you couldn't pick up the small end to match the big end somewhere with something like this. Now, I'm not saying absolutely, but pretty much this would work for you to be able to set the pith to the center so that when you're cutting boards off, you're squaring up the cants and stuff. This would help you to keep equal distance around the pith for the first big cant that you would take out of a log. And that's basically what it's for. Now, you can also use it if you notice a grain pattern or something that you want in particular. You can use this to adjust, your log to be able to pull a certain grain pattern out. But normally it's just for the purpose of getting the pith in the center of the tree when you start to cut. So you get the pith, you level it up so that it's equal distance at both ends from the bunk rail. You make a cut. That cut is now equal distance to the pith. You would lower this piece here, this toe board, make another cut on the 190 around from, or 180 around from that, and you would make another cut. Then when you turn 90 to make your next cut, or if you turn 90 first to make your cut, you'd want to use this toe board to make the first cut on one side of the bark. That's all you need it for. So you really, it gets used twice throughout the main cutting of a log in most cases. So that's what it's for those that I didn't explain it well enough to. And again, it's the toe board that raises the log so that you have the pith equal distance off of the bunk. Therefore you can cut a level line even to the pith with the sawmill, flip the log over 180 degrees and make another cut, and now you have equal distance pretty much from the pith. Now it depends on the log if it's oblong or oval or whatever, but it's usually pretty good at this. And then when you make your 90-degree cut, you do it again, but you only need it once per side, per the bark side. So you know, you have a whole log, you're going to make one cut. You don't need to use the toe board for the second cut if you go 180. If you go 90, you can use it then. But then that's all you need, because from there on you have flat surfaces to work with. So that's what this is for. Thanks a lot, guys, again for watching the video. Bye. Hey guys, well, so today I started to dig the sawmill out. We have about a foot of snow on the ground. You know, naturally where I plowed, but what I have here, that's all ice, heavy, thick ice that's on there that froze. The tarp is frozen into the ground. And a lot of this over here is ice, not just snow. So I'm working on this slowly. And then they're calling for freezing rain again tonight, which doesn't help matters. But anyway, that's where another thing that I was getting done today. The kiln was well up into the 100 degrees, because we had a really bright sunny day, but now it's overcast, no stars or anything, so I don't know, I guess we're going to get another ice storm.